Hey, what's going on, YouTube viewers? Today is the day that we're going to tackle the lower engine mount on this 1990 Pontiac Grand Prix. This is actually my brother's car. I think I've posted a few videos on this car before. This is the one that I had to do the head gasket on it about, I think, in February. This is I think the last day of August today. I'm not sure if there's 31 days in August or if today's September 1st, but so today's either August 31st or September 1st. I'm not really sure. Doesn't really matter. All I know is I'm off work and I get to deal with this today. So the engine mount was replaced about 2 years ago. This will be the first engine mount that I've had to do so far. I've done upper ones, but I've never done these lower ones. So this is going to be interesting. What we're looking at down here, and I don't know how well this camera's picking up, behind that wire harness you see with that clip right in the middle is the mount. And down inside there is actually the rubber, and that mount is completely shot. This did have a coolant leak from when the head gasket went. I believe what happened was the coolant got into the rubber bushing on the actual engine mount and actually caused it to decay and disintegrate per se, which is causing the engine to create a lot of vibration through the body of the car now because of the bushing being bad in there. And has my brother's concerns, so we want to make sure that we keep it safe, and we're going to go ahead and replace that today. I don't know if this is going to be necessarily a how-to video. This is actually not a terrible lot of work, but it is enough work that it's going to require two of us, and we want to kind of be cautious of what we're doing. This is really dangerous. We're going to be actually lifting the engine up off the actual subframe to remove this mount, so this is something that we kind of have to keep our awareness, a heightened level of awareness while we're doing this, so we don't crush ourselves with the engine or cause any kind of damage to the car. So like I said, I don't know if this is necessarily going to be a how-to video, but I will put a few clips together and show you the different steps as well as the progress as far as, as long as we are going along. I'll keep you updated on the progress. But anyway, this is a 3.1. Like I said, this is a 1990 Pontiac Grand Prix. There's not a whole lot of movement in the engine, but if you put a crowbar down underneath there when you're under the car and you kind of pry up and down, you can feel the engine lifts up quite a bit. More than what I'm comfortable with. And like I said, there's a lot of vibration you can feel inside the passenger compartment when it's in any type of driving gear, such as drive or reverse. The car, literally, you can just feel it even in a brake pedal, like this hardcore, like metal on metal vibration. It feels like it's pulsating through the frame of the vehicle. So what this is going to do is hopefully eliminate that once we replace that lower mount. Basically, the process with this is we have a jack here that we're going to place underneath the oil pan and the transmission pan. We're going to run a board across the two over towards the passenger side of the engine, because that's where the mount actually is and where majority of the weight sits. And we're going to loosen the bottom bolts to the mount, and then we're going to go ahead and jack up the engine very cautiously and very slowly so we can get that mount out of its it's almost like a steel dish that is welded to the side of the subframe, that the mount sits down in that little dish, and the bushing sits in there, and then there's two bolts that go up and actually secure it to that mounting bracket, I guess you would consider it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Josh has actually ran out right now. He should be back in a minute, my brother. He's grabbing some iced tea, some Turner's tea. We're from Pittsburgh, so if anybody's from Pittsburgh watching this, you know exactly what I mean. You can't do any job like this without having your Turner's iced tea. Turner's is actually a local Penn Hills, which is right next to Pittsburgh, practically right next to it, and it's a local dairy farm that, in my opinion, has some of the best iced tea you can get. I've had iced tea, different brands from different places, and nobody's been able to top the pre-made bottled iced tea than Turner. So if anybody out there from Pittsburgh is watching, you probably agree and know what we're talking about. So once he gets back here at the Turner's iced tea, we're going to go ahead and loosen those lower bolts on the bottom of the engine mount, and then we're going to jack the engine up, and hopefully at that point I will then be able to touch back with the second part of this video and show you the progress. So let me know what you think, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.